find me. I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90. If you do too much, I'ma do the almighty. You know I got it, you know I'm a legend. You know I'm the one, I do not come in second. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the Army, the Navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is...
Today, from Dublin, Ireland, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here's Bridgewater.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Touchdown! Melvin Gordon, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a 1st quarter lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this 1st quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Full connects on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Bridgewater.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's 2nd and 8.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Making the catch. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's complete to Hopkins.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. That's complete once again to Hopkins.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And it's a Packers touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 14-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, That means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist, you know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2nd and 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he fires one incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going to try and throw. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And that's complete to Shepard. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 2nd and 1. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. He will return this from deep in the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
So here are the Packers now to take over. You think back to last week, they dropped that game to the Detroit Lions. Now they're trying to make amends here as they've got the football and the lead. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down carry for Barkley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And they're going to speed things up here. Running again with Barkley on second down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And Folk's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get involved in the end zone.
Zadarius Smith able to get him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake. Bridgewater. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 9 now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw. Rolling to his right. Touchdown! That's caught. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Dublin's offense now set to take over. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. First down, Bridgewater. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Bridgewater. Being chased out left. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll look to throw here. Out to the right here to Shepard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A quick pass here, he's got Shepard. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
looking to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. He'll look to throw. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4
touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We get a look at the Packers defense as they work their way into position. They have played a really good game. They're just looking for one final stop here and celebrate this victory.
And if you're on offense, you don't want them to have that satisfaction. You know that you're not going to win the game, but you don't want them to roll in with those big grins on their faces. So you want to come up with something right here, some type of a big play to dent that good mood.
And they'll be trying to not let that dent happen and go home happy.
Bridgewater's throw taken in by Landry.
Touchdown, Giants! Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
kills.
Speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Bridgewater will try and throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball.
Touchdown, Packers! A big play there. 46 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point up and good by Folk, and they open the lead up now to 25. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he will have a Giants first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And again, it's Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Bridgewater. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.